1.
Thank you. So Senate Government Operations, it is Monday, not Tuesday, Monday, the May 3rd. And we are here to, hopefully everybody I sent everybody an unedited copy this morning, and there were only a few minor tweaks in there. Like there was a number that was, it said that there were 9 on the VPIC board plus the chair 10. That number just hadn't, excuse me, been changed yet. So did everybody have a chance to go through? And now the edited copy we do have that, and it is posted. It has been posted since noon. So everybody should have had a chance to see it. Has everybody seen it?
Yep.
Great. Becky, do you want to just, we've walked through this a number of times, and you did this as a strike all to some sections and then just left the underlined sections there because we made no changes. That's right? So that's the way it'll be printed in the journal. It'll be printed as H449 as it passed the House. And then we will have these changes as an amendment. Okay, great.
That's correct. There's no changes to sections 4 through 9 of the underlying bill. So that's not reflected in the amendment that's posted on your webpage.
Right. So even though this says it's a 23-page bill, it's a 23-page amendment.
That's correct.
And it's a much longer bill.
But it's a strike all.
So, well, it's just a strike all to some sections.
Yeah, so it's striking out section 1 and section 10 in their entirety. And then there are instances of amendment for sections 2 and 3, and then adding on some to the end of the bill, some additional sections.
And we have, if anybody is watching, we have had some additional correspondence about looking at the health benefit, the health plans. And there was a suggestion that we set up right now a separate committee to look at it, made up of people who really know healthcare plans, not just us as legislators. We simply do not have the time to do that. We have to get this out today. So we don't have the time to do it. And I've run this by Jane Kitchell, and the suggestions came from Campaign for Vermont. And we've talked about possibly, I know we put it on the responsibilities for the oversight committee, but we've talked about the possibility of in January, when we come back, setting up a committee to look at that, but we simply can't put it on the task force, and we just don't have time to do it now. So hopefully that met with everybody's. I just kind of made those decisions because, yes, Senator Colomar.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There is, though, on line 7 on page 21, sub 3, that the committee will recommend issues of public policy relating to health benefit design innovations, etc. So that's okay, though, right?
Yeah, because it's assigned to the oversight committee.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And we can leave it there, and they're not even being formed until 2022, July of 2022. So we can leave it there. But in the meantime, if we wanted to next legislative in January, we could set up a committee made up of real healthcare people, not the legislators who are on here who may or may not have any understanding of real healthcare plans. So it might be somebody entirely outside of the legislature. I don't know, but because we need people who understand healthcare plans, but we won't be doing it now. But you're right. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So does anybody have any questions or comments or concerns? or I don't think we need to walk through it again unless somebody is just feeling very masochistic.
Well, I don't feel a need to go through it again, but I just don't, what version are we looking at for the final version? Because all I have in my, and from the website is draft 1.2.
That's the correct version.
That's it.
Okay,
And it's not a strike all, right?
Right, it's not, it's got four instances of amendment.
Right, but the first amendment is striking section 1 of the original bill and substituting our section 1. And the same thing with section 10. It's striking their section 10 and putting in ours. And then there are a couple instances of amendment that are not striking the whole section.
Good.
If that makes sense.
The reason for that is that there were so many changes in those two sections that it would have been difficult to present them as instances of amendment for those sections, because I think it would have been hard to follow.
And so when I report it, I assume I'll report it, I'm going to ask to have permission to report it as the amended version
That makes sense.
instead of confusing everybody.
I think.
Sarah Ram?
So I'm just running through the bill. So I just was reminding myself in the VPIC, I hope I'm in the right place on page 3 and 4. We have taken out DFR. Is that what we did?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
That's as far as I've gotten.
So and the voting members, there are 1, 2, 3, what I guess people would call plan participants. Then there are 1, 2, 3 kind of representing the state, the 2 governor's appointees and the treasurer, and 2 employers, and then the chair. But the voices at the table, the governor has an extra voice as an alternate, and each of the VSEA, NEA, and VTA each have an extra voice. So the voices at the table are more than just the voting members.
Mhm.
So there's 8 members plus the chair,
Yes.
because line 16 says 1 member appointed by the other 9 members of the commission who shall serve as chair.
No, there's 9, I think, Anthony.
Oh, no, I think, Anthony, I think you are right.
Yeah, I think that is a mistake.
Yeah.
It was changed to 9 members on page 2, line 20.
Yep.
So I can change that really quickly and make it draft 1.3.
Good eye, Anthony.
Yep.
Good work.
That's why
On
they paid the
page
big bucks.
3, line 16, it should say the other 8 members. Because there are 9 total members. It used to be the other 9 members who elected the chair, but now it's the other 8 members. Is everybody there?
Yeah, but
Yep.
that doesn't read right. I mean, you 1 member of it will serve as chair.
All they need to do is change on line 16 from the number 9 to the number 8. That is the change. Any other eagle eye checks there?
Looking.
Gosh, that was a good catch, Anthony. I'd read it.
Any other comments, concerns? No wishes, no other wishes, no other new issues. I hope. Brian, do you have any committee members have any other issues or concerns, or
Nope.
No, I don't.
Keisha?
Just, I'm on page 19, just skimming.
And I will be able to print New York Times crosswords puzzles on the back of all these many, many drafts that I had for the next 6 years. 'Cause we reuse all our paper.
So yeah, it's just it's interesting because it's not clear. The chair is not will not be one of the other 8. The chair will-
Yes. There are 8 members and then they elect a chair.
right, and the chair will not be one of those 8, which is unusual for a board because usually a chair is one of the members.
Yes, but this has always been different.
I know it has. I
mean, the chair is the
I
9th
did-
member.
I did send around a revised version to the committee, version 1.3 with that change.
Okay. I'm good now.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody out there in the bigger world have any comments or anything, any comments to make? Jeff, Mike, Tom, Steve, Chris, Beth, Eric?
I'll look at the latest draft. I'm trying to count the numbers and I want to make sure I'm counting the right ones.
Well, the numbers on VPEC are 1 VSEA and 1 alternate, 1 NEA, 1 alternate, 1 Muni, 1 alternate, 2 governor, 1 alternate, and they're independent. The treasurer or designee, the chair, which is a non-voting member except in a tie, and 1 VLCT and 1 VSBA. That's that's that one. And then were you also counting the numbers in the other one?
I think I've just caught up on the alternates. You're counting them, it seems like, and I'm just not sure.
No, I'm not. We're not counting them. There are 8 members, 1 VSEA, 1 NEA, 1 Muni, 2 governor, 1 VLCT, and 1 VSBA. That's 8.
Got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
What I said about the alternates, and it might have just been confusing, was to just make it clear that the alternates at the table have a voice. So there are more voices at the table than just the 9 people. There are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 more voices at the table than those 9. So
there are more voices than votes.
yes, 8 votes, 9 in a tie, 13 voices.
Thank you. I'm caught up. Thank you sufficiently.
Okay, great, thanks. Anybody else? No? Senator Clarkson?
I would move that we amend draft H 449 with draft 1.3.
Okay. Senator Ram, would you like to call the roll?
Sure. Senator Clarkson,
Yes.
Senator Collmore,
Yes.
Senator Polina,
Yes.
myself, Senator Ram, yes, Senator White,
Yes.
and that passes 5-0-0.
And then do you have another?
Yes, I have another. I would now move that we adopt H 449 as amended.
Any discussion? Okay, Senator Clarkson,
Yes.
Senator Collmore,
Yes.
Senator Polina,
Yes.
myself, Senator Ram, yes, Senator White,
Yes.
500.
And unless somebody really wants to report this, I'm happy to do it with a lot of help from Becky.
You're leaning on the right person.
I know, and I may have a couple questions for a couple other people just to get my mind a little settled. And I think the process now is that I'm going to see if this can get on the notice calendar for tomorrow. I don't think so, because I think they've already done that. I think they did that on Friday. And Becca is going to, Senator Ballant is going to ask that the rules be suspended and pending notice on the calendar that it be put on for tomorrow, and that it not be sent to appropriations, because if you remember, the underlying bill had money in it. So by our rules, it has to go to appropriations. But Jane and Senator Kitchell and Senator Ballant have worked out a thing where it doesn't need to go to appropriations because they've already put it in the budget. And the amount that would be coming out for the task force from the legislative is so small that it doesn't need to go to appropriations. So it hopefully will be on the floor Wednesday. We'll see.
Nice work.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody did a good job. I have to say, and the reporter called me last night and just wanted to know what the changes were. And he's probably watching right now. And I just said that, bye, Tom. I said that I thought everybody did a really good job, and not any of us got everything that we thought we would love to see in here. But we all, in the end, agreed that it was a good step forward. So.
Thank you.
Okay.